Now to breaking news in Polk County, where a man is dead, we've learned, after an officer-involved shooting. Polk County Sheriff GRADY JUDD just releasing brand new details on this within the past 30 minutes. Let's get right out to ABC Action News reporter McKenna King, live for us in Winter Haven.
Well, Brian, the Polk County Sheriff's Office says officers with the Winter Haven Police Department arrived on scene of that officer-involved shooting yesterday around 10 o'clock. They're calling this a domestic disturbance. They say witnesses made that 911 call reporting shots fired at an apartment complex at the Orchid Springs area of Polk County in the Winter Haven area. And those shots, they say, were fired by 52-year-old Larry Jenkins. Now, when Winter Haven police officers arrived on scene, they say they found Jenkins behind the apartment, where they say he was standing inside a screened-in porch, keeping his right hand concealed in his pocket. Winter Haven Police Sergeant Joshua Dentel gave Jenkins commands to show his hands, but they say those commands went ignored. Jenkins later told police he was, quote, fixin' to die, and that he had a gun in his pocket. Officers attempted to tase Jenkins twice, but say it only caused a slight flinch. They say Jenkins then pulled the handgun out of his pocket, which is when Sergeant Dentel fired.
At that time, he walked off of the screen porch toward the police officers. As soon as he exited the porch, the inside of the porch, he stopped. He told the police officers, "I'm going to die tonight. You all are going to shoot me." Sergeant Dentel then directed one of the officers to put his firearm up and to transition to his taser. They tased or attempted to tase Larry Jenkins one time, and it didn't do any, there was no results, no at all. The officer said, "As I tased him the first time, I saw his hand coming out of the pocket and could see the butt of the gun." He said, "So I immediately tased him again." And he flinched, but it didn't take him down. And at that time, he pulled the gun out. When he pulled the gun out, at that time, the sergeant shot at least 7 times, and we've not had time to accurately, and I underscore accurately, do a detailed dive, but our best estimate.
The sheriff's office says witnesses reported that Jenkins had been drinking, and that the person who called 911 said that she was called to the apartment to pick up her 14-year-old sister, who said she was being sexually harassed by Jenkins. When the relative arrived, they say Jenkins pulled out his handgun and fired. Now, Sheriff GRADY JUDD says he cannot reveal exactly why that 14-year-old was at that apartment, but he says they're hoping to speak with this 14-year-old girl a little later today to get a more detailed description into what happened. Now, while the Polk County Sheriff's Office conducts their external investigation into this officer-involved shooting, the Winter Haven Police Department is also conducting their own internal investigation into this shooting. They have placed that sergeant on administrative leave with pay until that review is complete. Reporting live in Polk County, McKenna King, ABC Action News.